Well, hello, YouTube, and welcome back. We're back with another episode on the Reality Check YouTube channel. We've got a dandy one for you today. I know some of you have probably been following over the weekend the whole crap show that we've seen down there in Washington, D.C. with their little drama club. But it's kind of happened over the weekend, and I'm sure most of you have been kind of kept up to date or kept yourselves up to date as far as what went down with that whole fiasco. So today we're going to cover something a little off topic, but something I think is much more important, and to kind of give everybody a better perspective of how good we actually have it, and something that most of you probably don't know. So without further ado, we're going to kind of jump into it. Basically, what I want to talk about today is this whole Green New Deal, right? We've got the Liberal Party here in the United States, and a lot of countries all over the world are pushing this Green New Deal. The World Economic Forum and all these types, right? All these globalist types are pushing for this Green New Deal because global warming is going to end the world, right? But we're going to talk about what the real cost of some of this is, and just kind of hold on to your drawers because this is probably going to make you mad. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. So basically, this is from the World Economic Forum themselves, right? The globalist scumbags. The world needs 2 billion electric vehicles to get to net zero, but is there enough lithium to make all the batteries? We'll go over to the next post is from Inside EVs. It says not enough lithium to satisfy U.S. EV adoption goals, says mining CEO. And there's just no way to change the situation quickly as the U.S. has fallen way behind, right? Now, we're going to go, and I want you guys to kind of check out this video here and kind of see some of the technology and the cost, the financial cost of some of this.
Lead to the commercialization of sodium-ion batteries as soon as the cost of lithium-ion batteries will increase again.
The cost of lithium has risen from $4,450 per ton in 2012 to $78,032 in 2022. That's an increase of 1,654% in the past decade and a 480% increase in just the past year. Now, what if a new battery costs only about $15.15 per kilowatt hour compared to the $101 per kilowatt hour price of a lithium-based battery? This is exactly the exciting battery innovation that CALT has to offer. So what makes the cost of this groundbreaking battery so low? What other advantages come with it? All this and more in today's episode of Tesla Car World. Welcome back to our channel, friends. Before we begin, please show your support by subscribing if you haven't already and ringing the bell so you won't miss out on any of our interesting videos in the future. Now, let's get started with today's content. Battery technology is moving so fast that sometimes it's hard to keep up. That being said, CATL has set up a large supply chain for the batteries and has entered negotiations with some car makers about the possibilities of sodium-ion battery use. Sodium-ion technology is ready, cheap, and safe, but can it oust lithium-ion? Elon Musk tweeted that the price of lithium has...
All right, I'm going to read this for you. So the price of lithium has gone to insane levels. Tesla might actually have to get into the mining and refining directly at scale unless costs improve. There's no shortage of the element itself, as lithium is almost everywhere on Earth. But pace of extraction refinement is slow. Okay? We're going to stop this video here because I wanted to kind of just show you guys what the monetary cost of these elements are, right? We're talking about the price of lithium going up thousands of percentages over the last decade, right? Now we're going to get into the human cost of all this stuff. And spoiler warning, if you've got a decent heart about you, this is going to make you mad, okay? Just a fair warning. We're going to get into the real cost of this. This is not lithium, just so you know. This is cobalt. This is the inside workings of a cobalt mine coming up. I got nailed with an ad. Sorry about that.
But this is one of the thousands of unregulated, unmonitored mines in the DRC. It's crawling with children working like modern-day slaves. A 12-hour-long day of punishing work may earn them the equivalent of £1. Although one of the poorest countries on earth, DRC is rich in minerals, but a history of brutal colonial exploitation looks like being repeated now in 2017. Much of it's mined by hand, with rudimentary tools in harsh, potentially hazardous conditions.
Is this what Elon was talking about when he says the pace is slow? Is this why the cost of this crap's going up so high? Because they don't have any infrastructure, they're using child labor and slave labor to extract the crap? Sure seems to be what it looks like.
And wretched whether or not, the rush is on for a mineral the DRC has in great abundance, cobalt, and it's fast becoming more precious than gold. It's a critical ingredient in lithium-ion batteries which power smartphones and laptops. An army of children are at the heart of the mining production. Wearing no shoes and in the most wretched conditions, Dorsan is ordered to retrieve the sack he's forgotten. There's an urgency now. The rains make this dangerous work even more risky, and Dorsan's told in no uncertain terms he risks a beating if he messes up again. Dorsan, with Richard beside him, have worked all day. They're 8 and 11 years old. Even this punishing work doesn't guarantee enough for food. Dorsan hasn't eaten for 2 days now. This is what helpless looks like, and he's one of the children making millions for multinational corporations in America and China whilst they suffer in squalor. For this, they'll get maybe 8 British pence a day. The tunnels are dug by hand with no supports. They frequently collapse, especially during rain. The miners climb down using holes carved in the rock and no safety equipment. This most precious of minerals is often extracted and sorted by tiny hands. They don't wear gloves or masks, yet the World Health Organization says exposure to cobalt and breathing in its dust fumes can cause long-term health problems. We visited
The same World Health Organization that is responsible for the reactionary overreaction to this whole bug thing going around, right? It's been going around for the last couple of years. The same one, knowing this crap's toxic, and they're not crying out about any of it. It's actually part of their agenda. When you put the whole forum together, the whole international community together, this is part of their agenda, their Green New agenda, right? The hypocrisy is bold-faced to anyone paying attention.
5 different mines across the south of DRC and found all used child workers. Monica's the youngest worker in this group at just 4. But even those barely able to walk have lost their childhoods to mining. Natalie is 12 years old. My fingers hurt, she tells us. Miles away, on a different site, Makumba Mateba shows us the cobalt tunnel he's dug with 3 of his friends. It's physically tough work. They removed all this rock by hand over nearly 4 months.
It's incredibly insecure for them. Although this is really rich in minerals, and it's going down just 15 meters. There's no support bars, they have no protective masks or protective equipment at all. And right at the bottom, I can see water.
It's his village's water which Makumba's convinced has caused his health problems. After a lifetime of drinking it, he has a huge tumour on his throat.
Quand on est en train de travailler à Kitowe, là on cultive la tomate, en train de cultiver, si j'ai soif, je pars puiser de l'eau.
There are countless reports of other health problems from those living nearby and working on the mines.
On trouve les infections, minimum infection, during tunaona kasi mama anatumika makariel sana, tanzania mtoto ana infection shulungula, nyingine kuna vima buton
These twins are just 2 days old, and although small, so far they're healthy, to the relief of their mother.
Hii maminere ishu inaleta maproblem kama huyu mwanamke unaenda kutumika huko. Inaleta maproblem na difficulty kama kuna mimba. Shi mwanamke ni mama yangu kunitupeleka kukwesa mama yangu kunitupeleka tunaenda kutumika.
But even if they stay healthy, the twins face a lifetime of hard labour as soon as they can walk. The children's cobalt is sold cheaply to mostly Chinese traders who he films secretly. They don't ask questions about where their cobalt comes from or who's worked to extract it. They just want the best price. Even those who aren't Chinese, this trading market has Indian owners, told us they sell onto the dominant Chinese exporter of cobalt, CDM. The cobalt first mined here is then sold again to the Chinese parent company, which then supplies some of the world's biggest battery makers. And those batteries, with ingredients which originated in DRC, end up in, for instance, smartphones. It's an intricate supply chain which allows easy deniability for the multinationals making huge profits. An investigation last year by Amnesty found similar human rights abuses. Nothing appears to have changed. Most of these child miners will never own a smartphone. They barely survive from day to day. And many other children like Dorsan will be back again tomorrow, digging out one of the most sought-after minerals of our time for a pittance. Alex Crawford, Sky News in the DRC.
Well, there you have it. I told you it might make you a little angry, and it should. If that doesn't make you angry, I don't know what to tell you. We've got one political party in this country that's went around for the last 3 or 4 years wanting to scream at the top of their lungs that Black Lives Matter. Those Black lives don't matter. The Black lives in Planned Parenthood, they don't matter. That organization never gave one plug nickel to any of this mess, right? They never even bothered to expose it. For some reason, that's left on me and some of these other great reporters, like shout out to Sky News right here, right? Actually doing what I consider to be the Lord's work, exposing the evil, all right? This cannot be allowed to continue. What you're seeing is modern day slavery. It's not even slavery with extra steps. It's just flat out slavery. You heard the little boy. His mom passed away on him, and he's still forced to work in these damn labor camps. Because if he doesn't, he might just get beat. And we want to sit around here in this country and cry and whine about, I wish this political drama was over. I can't find something in Walmart that I need. I can't find toilet paper. You talk about first world ignorance and crybaby syndrome. People do not understand living in this country what a coddled existence we live in. Therefore, they take it for granted. And that's a lot of the reason why we're in the state we're in. We expect some politician or some unelected bureaucrat to fix all our problems for us, or some corporation to do it. All these entities do is extort people. There's not a lick of good that comes from hardly any of them. And I'm not mincing words here. You know, why does it take somebody from Australia to expose this crap when our country is the biggest user of these technologies? All our laptops, all our cell phones, every damn electric vehicle. So when you see your buddy or your friend that's out here, supposed friend, right, that's out here, oh, I just got the newest iPhone. I can't wait. I'm going to stand in line for it because I've got to be keeping up with the Joneses. I got to go get the dang new Tesla or the new electric vehicle, whoever's making it, because I'm going to do what's best for the environment. At what cost? Now that you know, spread the word. Shove this message right up their butts, because they really need to take a good hard look in the mirror and get educated on what the hell they're actually supporting. There's a time in the not too distant past where none of us really understood how this whole system worked, right? That's why I figured that this would be a whole lot better use of my time than sitting here crying about the Republicans and their little drama show over the fucking speaker gabble bullshit. Right? There are a whole lot bigger fish to fry on this in this world, and a whole lot more evil than you could even imagine. And you don't have to look far to find it. But staying silent on it, that's the real evil. When you see this crap out here, I don't know how anybody can not say something about it. You've got one side of the political aisle that loves to use the little catchphrase that silence is violence, right? Oh, the whole mostly peaceful, fiery protests during the Summer of Love. Silence is violence. If these people would actually had some moral clout and actually had some moral integrity to point out some of the real evil going on in this world, imagine how much good could be done instead of so much evil. You know, it's not for me to judge any of this behavior. It's for everybody to take account of their own behavior and figure out that we in this country have a blindfolded perspective. You know, we only see what the media, the real virus, we only see what they want us to see, and that's how they control a lot of our behavior. And the more you wake up to that, and the more you realize that, the more you can understand how dangerous that truly is, not just for us, but for the rest of the daggum world. I mean, societies are judged based on how they treat the weakest amongst them. Everybody's heard that old adage, right? Or, you know, proverb, whatever you want to call it. But it's the doggone truth. If you wonder why this country's in the state it's in, it's because, and this is a prime example of why. Ignorance. You know, this is one of those issues that, especially when it involves kids, it pisses me off. And it should piss you off too. And I'm just going to kind of leave it at that, because I don't want to get too carried away, because it's easy to get down that rabbit hole of this is insanity, because it is. It's stupidity and insanity, and it's exploitation of children and slave labor. It's disgusting. If seeing this doesn't disgust you, I strongly suggest you do some soul searching, because I don't understand how it couldn't. But I'm going to leave that at that. If you like kind of the subject matter that I've covered here today, and you want to see me bring light to some more of this evil crap, because there's plenty of material out there, believe me. There's plenty of lies that we're being told, that lies and half-truths and manipulations out here in the media, the real enemy of the people, right? That there's basically unlimited ideas of what you could bring up and bring out and show to the people. But if you like what you're seeing, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what you're thinking. But the only reason we're here on this planet is the main reason in my mind why we're here on the planet as human beings is to procreate, to make babies, right? To leave a lineage behind us. And acts of evil like this, whether known or unknown, it's not the way to go. It's just wrong, and everybody knows. Everybody in their soul knows that. Everybody that has a soul, at least. But like I say, make sure you hit me up in the comments, like, share, subscribe, share this out to a friend, because I'm sure some of you have probably got neighbors that think they're so high and mighty because they're driving around in the new Tesla with the new iPhone, and or they're just cocking the walk because they're keeping up with the Joneses and they got the new supposed best thing, right? Show them this video. And then let's see if that changes their mind. But until next time, I'm going to tell you like I always tell you: stay safe, keep your head on the swivel, and realize you're being deceived, because you are being deceived, whether you know it or not. But until next time, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.